17-year-old Ethan Carter stood in front of his family's new Victorian house outside Dallas, Texas. The realtor had called it a steal, but, looking at the peeling paint and windows that seemed to watch him, Ethan thought there had to be a reason no one wanted to live here. His 13-year-old sister, Mia, bounced beside him. "It looks haunted." "I love it already," she said, grinning. Their mother, Sarah, emerged from the front door, wiping dust from her hands. "It just needs some work," she insisted. But Ethan noticed how quickly she looked away from the third-floor windows. The previous owners left in a hurry. As they carried boxes inside, their golden retriever, Rusty, stayed pressed against Ethan's legs, whimpering. The dog normally loved exploring new places, but honestly, something about this house made him terrified. "Ethan, look at this!" She stood in front of a mirror. Mia's reflection was normal, but Ethan showed something standing directly behind him. He spun around, nothing there. When he looked back, the shadow was closer. The rocking chair moved faster. "We need to leave," but the door slammed shut. The lock clicked back into place. They were trapped. The temperature dropped so quickly their breath began to fog. The whispers started again, coming from all around them. "Welcome home. We've been waiting so long for you to join us." In the mirror, Ethan could see them now. Dozens of pale figures filling the room, though when he looked directly, he saw only shadows. "You opened the door. Now you belong to us." They ran to the tall windows, but the glass wouldn't break no matter how hard they hit it. "Every family that lives in this house becomes part of our family. Your parents know. They've been feeding us, giving us strength." That's not true. But he remembered all the times his parents had acted strangely, all the conversations that stopped when he entered a room. Your parents made a deal, and now Ethan could see her, a pale figure in an old dress with eyes that had been crying for decades. They needed this house. The price was so low, all they had to do was feed us. What do you need? Life? Fear? Pain? We've been feeding on your family since you moved in. Every nightmare, every moment of terror, you were feeding us. But tonight is Halloween. Tonight we can take you completely. A new voice spoke, smaller, younger. A boy stepped out of the shadows, his eyes holding sadness instead of hunger. "There is a way out, but you have to want to leave more than you want to live. That chair holds us here. If you destroy it, we'll be free to move on. But the room will collapse. You might not survive." Before Ethan could move, he heard voices from downstairs. His parents were home early. "Ethan! Mia! Where are you?" His mother's voice carried through the house, but there was something wrong with it, something eager that didn't belong. The door opened and his parents stood in the doorway, but their eyes were black and their smiles revealed teeth that were too sharp. "Hello, children, ready to meet your new family?" The things wearing his parents' faces stepped into the room, and shadows rushed toward them like they were coming home. "We've been so patient," though her mouth didn't move right. "But you've opened the door on Halloween night. Now they can spread beyond this room, beyond this house. The chair, now." They ran toward the rocking chair at the center of a whirlwind of shadows. When they touched it, every voice in the room screamed at once, a sound like glass breaking inside Ethan's skull. The chair was ice cold and fought back, rocking violently, but they could feel warmth from the boy and others among the trapped spirits who wanted freedom more than they wanted to feed. Now. Together, they threw the chair against the tall windows. This time, the glass shattered. Wind howled through the room like a hurricane. Shadows were pulled toward the broken window, screaming as they went. The photographs fell, the handprints faded, and the mirror cracked into pieces. The creatures wearing their parents' faces lunged forward, their forms becoming more monstrous. "You can't leave us, this is your home!" "No," Ethan said, pulling Mia toward the window. "Home is supposed to be safe." They climbed onto the windowsill as the room collapsed. 3 stories down, the ground looked impossibly far. Together, together. They jumped. Ethan woke up in Dallas Presbyterian Hospital with a broken leg and memories everyone called hallucinations. Mia was in the next bed, her arm in a cast. The official story was sleepwalking and a fall during a night terror. Their parents visited daily, looking like the people he remembered, but sometimes when light hit their eyes just right, Ethan saw something else looking back. The Victorian house had burned down that night. An electrical problem, the fire department said. Nothing left but ashes and a basement full of old bones. Ethan and Mia never talked about what really happened, but sometimes, late at night, they would text each other. Do you remember? Yes. In their new apartment, there was a door at the end of the hallway that their parents kept locked. They said it was storage. But sometimes late at night, Ethan heard whispers behind that door. And sometimes he heard his parents whispering back.